Hi guys, I'm Robin and welcome to my channel, The Jolly Jogger. If it's your first time here, this channel is all about me sharing my love of running with you guys. It's about building a community of people who are positive and kind and enjoy running or enjoy talking about running or enjoy hearing about running and just spreading positive vibes. So if that is what you're into, stay tuned. So last time I uploaded 2 videos where I just shared a bit about what's been happening in my running journey and where I am. I will link them in the comments below, and you can just have a look to see where I left off last time. And today's video is just about sharing more about where I currently am and how I've progressed since the last time I gave you guys an update. So I've got notes again because if I don't have notes, I am going to talk about absolutely anything and everything that has nothing to do with anything. So I have to keep these so that I can focus. So first of all, I shared with you guys that I had an injury. So just for quick background, I fell about a month or 2 ago and I landed on my knee, and that caused me to have a hairline fracture in some part of my knee. Now, before I found out that I had the fracture, I thought it was just like a little bit of pain. So I gave myself a week off after falling. I think it was a week and a half actually. And then I eased back into running because I had to start marathon training. So I had to just test the waters, ease back into running. It felt really okay. And then I started my marathon training. I got 10 days into my marathon training, and then I bumped my knee against a hard surface and the pain was excruciating. Went to the doctor and found out that it was actually a hairline fracture. And I was very confused because I was like, why have I not been in pain while running? And the doctor was like, well, these things happen. So the treatment was for me to just minimize movement of the knee for a few weeks. In total, it should have been 6 weeks, but I extended it to 8 weeks because of the fact that I had already started running well after the injury. So I thought, let me just give myself some extra time to make sure that everything is tip top. And what I did was in the last week that I took off from running and intense movement, I started doing little exercises on my knee just to strengthen the muscles around it because I knew that I wanted to start running again. So I'm going to say it, but I used AI. Oh, don't quote me on this and don't come for me, but I used AI to come up with a plan, and it actually really worked. I did a few exercises that really helped, I feel, strengthen my knee and the muscles around it. So I did that for about 3 days the week before I started running. And then when I started running, also recommended by the AI program, don't judge. These things are there for a reason. And if I need further help from a medical professional, I'll get it. But I thought, let me just give it a try. And it actually worked. So how I gradually introduced running back into my life was I started on the first day back. I ran for a minute and walked for 2 minutes. And I did that for, I think it was a total of 20 minutes. I just did that switching between, it was about 20 minutes between the walking and the running and the walking and the running, and it was very, very slow. And then a day or two after that, I did the same, but I'd increased the running time. So it was 2 minutes running, 2 minutes walking. And then the following time when I did it, I went 1 minute walking, 2 minutes running. And then I felt very comfortable and thought, okay, now I can up it a bit. And I went and tried to run for 20 minutes straight. That worked out so well. I think I ended up running 30 minutes straight. And for 2 weeks, I was just really easing myself back into running. And I noticed a lot of progress. And it actually, my knee has been feeling great. I haven't felt any pain while running and even after running, because the main concern for me was how I feel after running. Because right after I'd fallen, running wasn't the pain. That wasn't where I felt pain. I felt pain by bumping the knee or bending down or going on my haunches. So the true test for me was always to see how's the bending, how's going down on my haunches. And that's been actually really perfectly fine. And fast forward to now, I am actually back into marathon training, but not really. So my idea was, if I can, because the doctor said to me, if you just take this time off, you'll be able to run the marathon. And I was a bit circumspect about that, because I obviously want to be very careful how I treat my body during and after injury, because I need my body to be good for a while because I really love running. So I thought, okay, maybe let me not set my heart on running the marathon. I might not be able to do it, but I'll just play it by ear. And then easing back into it, I found that I didn't feel any kind of pain. I feel really good. I feel really, really strong. My mind obviously goes a lot faster than my body can. So I have to just keep pulling myself back and going, okay, well, just remember, if you do run the marathon, you're not getting a personal best. Remember, if you do resume training, you're not going to be doing like speed work and all of that right now. Your main focus needs to be, can I cover the distance and can I spend that amount of time on my knee? Because that's the big thing. I'll be out there for 4 hours plus. Will my knee be able to handle that? So the real test for me was, normally in the marathon training schedule, by this past weekend, which, what date was that? The round about the 5th of October. That should have been the 4th and the 5th. That should have been when you were able to do your longest run in the training block, which, as far as the program that I used for the Dublin Marathon training last year, which was the program that the organizers give on their website, um, a 3/4 marathon, which I think is about 31 kilometers, that's the goal at this stage of the year into your marathon training. Like, you should be able to do the 31 kilometers. And if you can do that comfortably, then you're probably ready for the marathon. And that's like your longest run in the training block. So I thought to myself, listen, if you can run for 3 hours and be okay, then you've basically passed the test, if you were like, as if you were still doing normal training. So I went out for a long run yesterday and I was so nervous. Oh my goodness. I was incredibly nervous, not because not because I thought, well, if you can't do this, then you can't do the marathon, and then, oh, woe is me. No, because a part of me thought, you might not be able to do the marathon, and anyway, it is what it is. It was a major bummer because I'd already passed the transfer window, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a waste. But anyway, um, I thought, if I can do this 3 hour run, then I'll be fine. So I went out nervous. I don't even think I fueled properly the night before. I don't even know what I ate, but I know it wasn't enough. And then in the morning I had breakfast that I would normally have prior to a long run, and that was all fine, digested well, everything. And then right before I left to go run, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do it. Just the the sheer volume of the run was terrifying. And then also just the idea of being out there for that period and thinking, like, I really hope I don't fall. I don't want to fall. I don't want to hurt myself, which is something I'm really still dealing with. I think I even mentioned it in the last video. And I know it sounds dramatic, but it's almost like trauma. Oh, dare I say. I do feel like it's kind of traumatizing to fall, because you have to deal with being okay with moving again and not being petrified that you're going to fall, which I was. And I still kind of am. I still get a bit scared, and I'm like, okay, just remember, take it really slow and just be steady on your feet, focus, don't get distracted. And oh, it's ridiculous, because grow up, but but also I'm only human. So that was a big part of yesterday for me. Was I was scared that, what if something happens? What if I hurt myself? What if I fall? Or just, what if I can't do it? Then it's confirmation that I won't be able to do the marathon, and then I just have to call it quits, and then that's it. And I know that there are people out there who have endured much worse, in terms of injuries and having to, like, pull out of races at the last minute. So I understand that in the grander scheme of things, it's not the end of the world. But to me, it kind of is. Oh, I hope no one comes for me for saying that, but it is. It kind of is. It's a really big deal. I started off this year wanting to run 2 marathons, wanting to personal best 2 marathons, and now already I'll only be able to personal best the one, and then the other one I probably not 100% won't. And it's not because I'm saying that I'm incapable. I just don't want to push my body. I don't want to push myself. So I'm definitely not going to. So I started off the year with all these big dreams and goals, and it's a hard pill to swallow when you can't get that. And I was very scared yesterday that if I'm not able to do that run, then I would know in my heart of hearts that I wouldn't be able to do the marathon. So it was very nerve wracking. But anyway, I did it. Yay! I did it and it went well and I felt strong and main thing, I really enjoyed myself. I haven't had a long run in a long time and that was amazing. I cleared so much clutter in my head. It was absolutely fabulous. I had the best time and I'm very happy that I managed to do it and I'm very proud of myself. And I now know that I will probably be able to do the marathon. I'm still going to push and try. And where I am now is the same training plan that I used for last year's marathon, the one that's available on the Dublin Marathon website. That's what I'm going to use for the remainder of the time now to just make sure that I am ready and I can do the mileage. But I feel perfectly fine. The only thing I felt after running yesterday was, just the tired legs this morning. But that's it. And then this morning I did some strength exercises, still focusing on making sure that my knee is 100% okay. I'm just very much in the process of listening to my body, but at the same time also preparing for the marathon. So that's where I am now. I will be attempting the Dublin Marathon. I'm going to do my best to get as much content on the day. Sometimes I get so carried away or I get really nervous about whipping out my phone in public. So we don't know, but I'm definitely going to do my best to show you guys how that goes. And I'm doing it with a friend of mine, so that's going to be very exciting. We're going to get this experience together. It's her first marathon, so I'm just really looking forward to doing something this exciting with her. But yes, so that's the plan going forward. I'm going to do the next few weeks, follow that plan. I've got another long run scheduled for this Sunday. It's 25 kilometers. I'm confident that I'll be able to do it, but again, very much in the zone of listening to my body. One thing I know for sure that I need to get my head back in is nutrition. I need to make sure that the night before a long run, I actually have a proper carby meal. And the breakfast part of it, I think, is pretty much sorted. But the fueling during the run, that's something I have to work on. That's something I realized yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm hungry. I was like hungry mid-run and running. This shouldn't be happening. You should have something on you that you can consume. Hello. But you live, you learn. I felt like, and I actually spoke to my friend about it today. I felt like I was running for the first time again. And I feel like every time you're out of the zone for a while, even if you have to take a week off because you have a cold or you've got a little niggle or you're too busy to go running, so you have to take time off. Um, Getting back into it, you feel like, do I even know what I'm doing? It's like you're walking for the first time. So I had that experience basically with the long run. I was like, it felt like I'd never done a long run before. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And I literally made rookie mistakes, not having enough fuel on me, not fueling properly the night before, those kinds of things that I know to do and I've done properly before, but this time around I just completely forgot. So that's definitely something I'm going to be focusing on for the remainder of my training. I almost got tricked into running a trail. Well, not tricked, but I almost tricked myself into doing a trail run this Saturday. It's a 10-kilometer trail run, and I love the area that it's being run in. So I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do this. And without even thinking about trail running, like trail running isn't the same as road running. It's on unsteady, unstable ground. Like you're not even running. I don't even think you run most of the race because it's just like rocky and up and down and this and that. And I didn't register that that was the case until I watched a video of that actual race from last year. And I was like, no, no, I can't do that. I will not be doing that. No, no, no. I just recovered from an injury. I am not for the life of me risking falling, slipping, tripping, anything, because I'm already so paranoid. So not doing the trail run. Maybe next year, if I've got like really confident fresh legs, I might do it next year. But anyway, it was just such a funny thing because I'm always game. I'm always game to do things. I'm like, yes, I want to. And then I saw the video and I was like, no, the paranoia is still there. Like, I am not going to be doing anything that could potentially jeopardize my ability to do the marathon. So that's a good thing. That shows a lot of growth for me, because normally I would just like jump at any opportunity to do a race, at any opportunity to run. I'd be like, yay, gotta do it. But discernment, that's the word of the day. I actually knew to say no. But anyway, so that is just an update of where I currently am. I'm still doing a lot of strength work, focusing on making sure the knee is okay. I'm still running very slow, actually. I've pulled back on pace substantially. I'm taking my runs very slow because I just don't want to do too much too soon. And yeah, that's just me for now. I'm going to give you guys another update soon, before the marathon, and then let you know how the marathon went as well. So if you're interested in knowing how this journey goes, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. If you have anything that you would like to share in the comments, feel free to share comments. But please remember, this is a space of love, kindness, positivity. So if your vibe isn't that, please don't drop a comment, please, because we only do happy here. We only do happy and nice. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys pretty soon, let you know how everything is going. Bye.